guys, I am back with another video for you all. All right, so today we are going to pick up where we left off and we are going to do our lesson number 6.06. Now, today's lesson may not be as long as last lesson, but we will get through it. All right, I'm excited that you decided to go ahead and watch our video today. This should help you out. I do, of course, want to make note that if you have any questions, you can feel free to rewatch this video again. Okay. You can watch it as many times as you need to so that you can practice some of those math skills. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you all quickly. All right, I don't think I shared the sound with it. Oh, I did. All right, so we are still with our pirates and we are moving right along. I really hope that some of you did very good with working with those three numbers. We will continue to work with those three numbers today. You have to make sure that you are paying very close attention to what the word problem is asking you so that you know what operation to do, whether it's addition or subtraction. So we're going to kick off our class today with a video. Let me pull it up. All right, I'm going to play it. There we go.
Hey kids, I am in outer space today, and I am going through an asteroid field. I will need your help to answer some questions along the way. Can you guys help me? Great! Okay, today we are learning about multiple digit numbers. Here we go. Let's look at this problem. John has 23 stickers, Susie has 42 stickers, and Rowan has 36 stickers. How many stickers do they have in all? To make this easier, we will put the numbers on top of each other. So now we have 23 plus 42 plus 36. Now this can look a little bit scary at first, but we are going to look at a few different methods of adding these numbers. The first method we are going to look at is sometimes called the break apart or expanded form method. This method uses what we know about expanded form. We will take the value of each of these digits and then way. Can you guys help me? Let's look at this problem. 6 stickers.
I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. Let me try it again.
Let's look at this problem. John has 23 stickers, Susie has 42 stickers, and Rowan has 36 stickers. How many stickers do they have in all? To make this easier, we will put the numbers on top of each other. So now we have 23 plus 42 plus 36. Now this can look a little bit scary at first, but we are going to look at a few different methods of adding these numbers. The first method we are going to look at is sometimes called the break apart or expanded form method. This method uses what we know about expanded form. We will take the value of each of these digits and then add them together. Here we have the 23 on top, To break apart the 23, we get 20 plus 3. This now shows the value of each of the digits. Can you tell me what 42 would be in expanded form? 42 in expanded form is 40 plus 2. How about 36? Correct. 36 is 30 plus 6. All right, now it doesn't look so difficult, does it? Let's start by adding the ones. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 5 plus 6 is 11. We will write the 11 here. Remember, these are still in the ones column, so let's bring down the plus sign. Now we have 20 plus 40 plus 30. Well, 2 plus 4 equals 6, and 6 plus 3 equals 9. So we get 90. Now we have to add 90 plus 11. 1 plus 0 is 1, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So the answer is 101. They have 101 stickers in all. Awesome job, guys! If we were to look at this same problem using our base 10 blocks, we can see this more visually. Let's take a look. Here on top we have 23 base 10 blocks. We have 2 tens blocks, which give us 20, and 3 ones blocks. In the middle, we have 42, which has 4 tens blocks and 2 ones blocks. On the bottom, we have 36, which has 3 tens blocks and 6 ones blocks. To start adding the blocks together, we start with the ones. We combine all the ones blocks and count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 ones, so we need to trade the 10 ones for a tens block. Now we only have one of the ones blocks. We put the 1 down and move on to the tens blocks. Let's count the tens blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like with the ones blocks, once we reach 10, we have 2 digits and we need to trade it in. So we trade the 10 tens blocks for a hundreds block. This hundreds block represents 100. So we have one of the ones blocks and a hundreds block. We get the same answer, 101. Great job! We just used a different method of counting by using these blocks, but we still got the same answer. Let's do one more problem another way. We need to add the numbers 27, 54, and 24 together. The first thing we need to do is line all the place values up correctly. We have all the numbers in the ones place lined up, and all the numbers in the tens place lined up as well. We are ready to begin. Let's start adding. We need to start in the ones place. So 7 plus 4 equals 11, and 11 plus 4 equals 15. 15 is a 2-digit number. It has a 1 in the tens place and a 5 in the ones place. We are going to put the number from the ones place below. Now we carry the 1 up here and add it with the tens place. This is the same as trading 10 ones blocks for a tens block. Okay, now we add up the tens column the same way. We start with the 1 that we carried over. So what is 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2? The answer is 10. So we put the 10 down here. And the answer is 105. Awesome job, guys! The more you practice, the easier this will be. I have to jet, so we'll see you later. Goodbye.
All right, so I know that we've actually went through adding 3-digit to adding multiple digits together earlier this school year. Now, like I said before, it's back. It's back, okay? It is back, all right? So we need to make sure that we are working through not only just looking at the three numbers in the line, but being able to look at word problems and be able to determine what operation is needed for that particular word problem. Now, I want you to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and check out this video on math word problems for addition and also subtraction for second grade. I want you to watch this, and I want us to take a little bit of time to really get in our brains that we not only just work with numbers, but we also must read word problems and read them carefully to determine what we need to do. So here goes.
Common Core Content Standard 2.OA.A.1. Use addition and subtraction within 100 to solve one- and two-step word problems involving situations of adding to, taking from, putting together, taking apart, and comparing, with unknowns in all positions, by using drawings and equations with a symbol for the unknown number to represent the problem. There are many parts to this standard: word problems, addition and subtraction, multiple step problems, problems where the answer is not just the sum or the difference, but the answer could be within the problem, and solving problems with both standard math equations and drawings. Here's an example of a one-step word problem. James's class has an ice cream party. He watches his teacher serve 11 ice cream cones. There are 19 students in James's class. How many more ice cream cones does his teacher need to serve? Students should be taught that the words "how many more" usually goes with subtraction. Here's a number sentence that contains the facts from the problem. 11 ice cream cones served plus the number of ice cream cones that still need to be served equals the 19 students that are in James's class. Using related equations, also called fact families, students should be able to change the equation 11 plus some number equals 19 into 19 minus 11 equals some number. Here we have a picture showing our problem. Students are often asked to draw a picture in order to solve the problem. In this case, a student needs to draw in the 8 additional ice cream cones it takes to solve this problem. Here's an example of a two-step problem that is similar to the one-step problem we just did. James's class has an ice cream party. There are 19 students in James's class. He watches his teacher make 11 ice cream cones. 3 ice cream cones melt. How many more ice cream cones does his teacher need to make for each student to get an ice cream? So here's our standard equation problem. 11 ice cream cones minus the 3 ice cream cones that melted plus some number equals 19, which is the number of students that need to get ice cream in James's class. First, we will complete the subtraction problem. 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3 equals 8. Next, now we have the number 8. So 8 plus some number will equal 19. We can solve this problem by using fact families, also called related equations. 8 plus some number equals 19. Some number plus 8 equals 19. 19 minus this number equals 8. And 19 minus 8 equals our number. Out of these 4 equations, it is easy to see that 19 minus 8 will give us our answer, which is 11. Mastering these types of word problems takes lots of practice. It's a good idea to make additional word problems for our students to practice. Once students start to understand how to complete word problems, have them create word problems for others to solve.
Thank you for watching. Please.
All right, so let's go ahead and get on in this. I think some of you did pretty well on your last lesson in this module, that lesson 5. I think you did very good on that lesson. But let's go ahead and look. Oops. I went too far ahead. My bad, y'all. Scroll back up. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. All right, so we're gonna do the cupcake count. Sally is decorating cupcakes with her friend. They iced a total of 72 cupcakes. She used blue icing on 23 cupcakes and red icing on 35. They used orange icing on the rest. How many cupcakes were decorated with orange icing? Okay, y'all. Now, as you can see, they want us to use the tens and the ones here. So we've got to determine how many tens and how many ones, and if we need to do any, any breaking down of the tens to have enough what? Ones and tens to be able to subtract. Thank you. So let's look here. And as you can see, both little girls in the pictures are holding up cupcakes. All right, so they said that they iced a total of 72. So we know that 72 is our number that we could possibly be working with right now. However, we can actually use the tens and the ones chart to help us look at it a little bit further. Right now we got, oops, I don't think it's okay. Got 2 tens and 3 ones. Ooh, why is it not showing the color? Okay, and 3 ones. There we go. All right, and then we got, oops, okay, wait, I'm going to use this one over here. And then on this side, we got 35 red ones with red icing. So we're looking at, oops, why isn't this thing acting right? That's okay. We're still going to be great. So now we've got to determine how many how many cupcakes between blue and red icing. How many cupcakes are there? So what are we going to do? And before we go any further, if any of you don't have out your notebooks, you want to pause this video right now, get out your math notebooks, turn to a fresh page. Today, if you're watching this video today, it is possibly February 2nd, 2021. If you're watching this video any other day, you want to put today's date, because if you need to go back and work some of these problems out or look back at these problems, you want to make sure that you can get back to this date. Okay. So we got 23 and 35. Now there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can use the tens and the ones, or you can do our just simple addition. So let me add myself a text box here so that I can work through this too. Well, our response. So we got 23, okay, plus 35 equals. All right. So we're looking at 2 different things here. We're looking at 23 plus 35. All right, so we're going to look at this. So now we need to add our tens and our ones. So now let's look at this. How many ones do we have? And how many ones do we have in 20 and 23? Okay, we got 3 and we got 8. How many tens do we have? Okay, so let's do expanded form of this problem. This is one way that you can do it. You can go 20 plus 30 equals what? 50. Thank you. And then let's do our ones. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Awesome. So now we gotta do 50 plus 8 equals 58. So now we know that there are 58 cupcakes iced right now. You following with me? So on your paper right now, you should have a tens. You should have a little chart with the tens and the ones, if that's the method that you want to use. Do you have to use that method? No. By no means am I telling you to use this method if that's not your method. But let's clean this thing up here. We are going to do underneath there, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and clean this chart up a little bit so that we have some room. So bear with me for a moment. All right, so I'm cleaning this thing on up. So now I'm going to put, oh, this thing is cool. Okay. Okay, so it just automatically converted. Like what is going on? It's some. All right, so now we got the 8. So now we know we got how many tens is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we got 5. All right. So okay, so why isn't this one working? Okay, we've got to move on, my friends. All right, so now we know that we got 5. Okay, let me fix this over here. All right, everybody, sorry about the technical difficulties. All right, so we got the 23 and the, I'm just showing you on this side. So on this side, they automatically went ahead and put the what over here. They already put the 10s there, and now we're dealing with the ones. All right. So I want to go into presentation mode for a minute. Oops. Okay. I'm so sorry. It did what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's move on. We know that our number is 58. We know that we got 5 tens, 8 ones, but our number that we need to get to is 72. And what do we need to do with that 70 and also that 58? So now we've done the first part. Okay. Now our next step is to what? Subtract. Our next step is to subtract. So we've got to do some subtracting here. So what are we subtracting is the question. Now that we're using the 10s and the ones and we're using that, how many 10s are in 72? 70. It equals 70. So we got 17. So that equals 70. Minus how many already blue and red ice cupcakes are there? There are 58. So how many 10s are in 58? 5. So that makes 50. All right, so we're working the problem. We're working it. We're working it. But there's a problem with doing it this way. This way gets confusing. Okay, this way gets very confusing, my friends, because we got 72. What's another way for us to write 72? It's to what? Let's see if I can get anybody to think about that for a minute. And we worked on this last module. How can we show 72 a different way so that we can break down the 10 and the ones? Okay, so what's another way that we can show 72? Let's take a look at it. We got 72. And we go 10, we may need to jump back a little bit and take 10 away so that we have 10 to put on the one side. You remember that? Okay, so 72 and you take away 10 equals what? All right. So when we take one of those 10s away, that brings us to what? 60. That brings us to 6 10s. And how many ones now? Now we took that 10s from the 10s place and we bringing it over to the ones. How many ones do we have now? We have 12 ones. Okay. And that's going to give us the 72. Now, if we're looking at this expanded form, the way we did it for adding the red and the blue cupcakes together, let's go ahead. Let me copy this. All right. So let's see here. We got 6 10s equal what? 60. 60 minus how many 10s are in 35? 3. 3 10s is how much? 30. Thank you. All right. So now we're doing our first part. 30 minus 60 is what? I'm trying to figure out if anybody caught this. No, but I don't think anybody caught it. So let me show you with the sticks and the dots, y'all. Okay. Our number is 6. Our number is another way to show 72 is with 6 10s, 6 10s, and 12 ones. All right, so I am getting my little chart together here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right. So you remember this? All right, check it. So let's look at this. So if we got to take 35 away from this, what are we going to do? We want to cross off 3 10s, right? Okay. And then we need to go on this side and cross off how many ones? 5. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So how many 10s? Let's count this up real quick, y'all. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 10s. And how many ones do we have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our answer is, drum roll, 37. Okay. Take a pause. Pause the video. Think about this for a second. If you don't get it, rewind back and watch it again. Now, the first we did was figure out how many cupcakes were already iced between red and blue, which we did 23 plus 35, which gave us 58. Okay, so we already know how many blue and red cupcakes we have. We got to figure out how many orange cupcakes there are, right? We know that there's a total of 72 cupcakes out there, okay? Out of those 72 cupcakes, 58 of them wait a minute, I did this wrong. And these are the mistakes we made. I'm around here taking away 35. I don't need to take away 35. What number are we taking away? Let me highlight it. 58. Our magical number that we are taking away is 58. Mess that one up. So I am going to erase. I am going to erase this 37 and take a look at it again. See, we didn't mess up too bad because before we even submitted our answer, we looked over it again. We checked our work. Mrs. Parker got it wrong. Sorry. Everybody makes mistakes, but watch how I fix it. I noticed that it was 58. The real number between the two ice flavors was 58. That's what I noticed. That very moment, I looked at my chart with my 10s and my 1s and said, oh no. So if the number is 58 and I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to take away how many 10s? If my number is 58, how many 10s? I need to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that leaves me with 2 10s. Okay. And then I have to go back over to my 1s, and I have already taken off 5s, but I need to get to 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that leaves me with 4. Okay. How you can check your answer would be to add the 58 to it, which I'm going to do down here. I made that so messy. That was just too much. Okay. We're gonna start off again. That was just too messy and confusing. All right, we got our 10s and our 1s. Let me bring this down a little bit. Okay, we know that we have how many? How many 10s? We had to break up some of the 10s so that we had enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this gave us our number 72. This should equal 72. All right. So we know now that we need to we ought to take away some 1s. We know that we need to look at number 58, which is highlighted on the screen. So let's go ahead and take away the 1s first, and then we'll work on the 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 4 1s left after taking 8 away. So now let's slide over here and go to the what? 10s place. Let's take away, how many are we taking away? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives us 14. Okay. Everybody take a look at that. We had to turn that 72. We had to show 72 in a different way. Remember, the easiest way to show another number is to take a 10 away and break it down. Take that 10 away and add it to, break it into 1s. Okay? So now we're at 14. Now, 14, if we want to check our answer to make sure that we get to 72, we can do 14 plus 58. You see that? 4 plus 8 equals 12. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 5 equals 7. You see that? So, all right. So, if we are looking at this problem here, and we got 6 tens and 12 ones, and you are using your ones, you're using the tens and ones method. This is a perfect example of tens and the ones method. You are going to let me break this down. You are going to take, okay, let me do what I want to do. You are going to take, you're going to draw out a T and an O chart, a tens and a one chart, just like how I did here. Okay, this is just like how I did here. All right, you're going to put how many tens, how many ones. In this case, there were 6 tens and 12 ones. All right, we knew that the number that we needed to take away from the 72 was the 58. So we took away 5 tens, and then we took away 8 ones. By taking those away, it left us with 14. So our answer, let me put this here so that you can see it. All right, so our answer is there were 14 orange cupcakes. Okay? I repeat, if you do not know what I just did, stop this video right now, rewind, and try the problem with me step by step. This is one way that you can answer this question. Okay? Let me go on. Another way you can answer this question is by just adding 23 plus 35. Okay? That's going to give us 58. Okay? You see that? Once we got that 58, you're going to take that 58 and subtract it from 72. Right? We already know we need to regroup here. So that's going to give us 12. This is going to bring us down to 6. So 6 minus 5 equals 1. 12 minus 8 equals 4. So I just went through 2 methods to solve this problem. It is up to you how you decide to go through answering the question. Whichever way you choose to go through, your answer should have been 14. Okay. Tanya's school took a field trip to the zoo. She saw 27 snakes, 19 alligators, 32 penguins. How many animals did she see in all? How many did she see in all? What kind of problem is this? Are we adding, subtracting? Are we doing both? Are we just adding? What are we doing? Listen to the problem again. Tanya's school took a field trip to the zoo. She saw 27 snakes, 19 alligators, and 32 penguins. How many animals did she see in all? Now, one thing that you should have learned from first grade and kindergarten is if it says in all, you are going to what? Add. Thank you. You are going to add. Now, this time they are showing us a hundreds chart. I am going to show you how to use the hundreds chart as well as do it in another way. Okay? Following? Oh. So this problem should be problem number 2 in your journal right now. You should be working on this problem right now. Right now. You should be trying to figure out how are you going to answer it. I want you to pause this video and work out this problem the best way you know how. When you are finished, come on back and, excuse me, and press play. All right, cool. So I'm gonna show you this first method with the excuse me, with the hundreds chart. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, let me see. All right, so we're gonna put this right here. We're gonna start off with our first number, which is 27. All right. And oops. Hate when it happens. All right, so we're gonna start with our first number, which is 27. Now our next number, there's 27 alligators, and there are 27 snakes, 19 alligators, and 32 penguins at this zoo. So we're gonna start at 27. Now, when you start at 27, you want to look at our next number because this is what kind of problem? An addition problem. So we start at 27 and we go to our next number, which is 19. Now, the first thing that we need to do is look at our 10s and our what? Ones. Thank you. So if we go, how many 10s is in 19? 1. So we jump 110 from 27 gives us what? 37. Okay. Now we've got to get to how many more ones? 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let me take this red one away. So now we're at 46. We've got 27 snakes and 19 alligators equals what? Okay, so let me write this. 20, ooh, that is not the color I want. Right, 27 plus, you got 27 plus 19 equals how much? What is that yellow dot on? 46. Okay. So now we've got to do what with these penguins? Now that we know that there are 27 snakes and 19 alligators, now we got to figure out how many, like we got to add that to what? The penguins. So now we need to look at 46 plus 32. Okay, so let's take a look here. You remember our method that we used before? We kind of go by tens to get to our next number. So now we got to go, how many tens are in 32? 3. So we got to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now, how many ones do we need to add to that? Ooh. So 1, 2. So our answer is 78. Okay. So my friend's probably looking lost right now. Like, what did she just do? If you want to know how to do this on the hundreds part, pause this video, rewind it, and watch it again. This is what happened. We took 27 and we added 19. Okay. That gave us 6, carried 1. 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. That's what we got here, right? That's what we landed, right? Then we took that 46 and we added it to the 32 penguins. Okay. 6 plus 2 equals 8. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So that, my friends, is how, that's another way. That's a second way to work with 3 numbers. So if you pause the video and you got 78, when you added up your numbers, you are, if you did not understand what just happened, please pause the video right now and go back and watch it again. All right, so we are moving right along. Ada, or I'm gonna call her Ada, what, 63 tickets. And her friends, and she and her friends went on rides all day. They used 47 tickets. The next day, her mom gave her 18 more tickets. How many tickets does Ada have left? Okay, so check it. Ada has how many? Ada had 63. She used how many? 47. All right, so what kind of problem is this? What are we doing? Okay. Some of my friends are wondering, well, what about if I want to use the one number line? Okay, I'm gonna show you how to use the number line. All right. Oops, let me take that away. Okay, so we had the tens. We gonna go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. All right, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. All right. So let's look at the tens. If she used 47, how many spaces do we need to jump back? If she had 63, we need to go back how many spaces? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're at how many tickets? We're at 20. 20. So-called 20. But see, there's a problem sometimes with doing this. This gets confusing for some of my friends. I don't like using the number line because it gets confusing. So you can either use a hundreds chart or you can just do some math. Regroup if you must. So you can go 63 minus 47. All right. It's going to look like this. What do you need to do? You need to do what? Regroup. That becomes 13. 13 minus 7 equals 6. What do we need to do over here? Can we just go 6 minus 4 equals 2? No. Stop right there. If you did this, you wrong. You so wrong right now. Erase that. You need to make sure that you take that 10 away. So 5 minus 4 equals what? 16. Okay. So we know that after she left that carnival, she had how many? How many tickets left? She had 16 tickets left, right? So let's go back and read the problem again. This is how you do this. Ada bought 63 tickets. She and her friends went on rides all day. They used 47 tickets. Okay. She had 63. She used 47. Okay, now we know she got 16 tickets left. 16. And then her mom gave her 18 more. So when we have that word 18 more and the word gave, are you going to subtract? No, you are going to do addition. So 16 plus 18 equals what? All right, if you can't do your problem this way, you need to stack your numbers up. 16 plus 18 equals what? 14. So we got to put the 4 down here, carry that 1 over. 1, 2, 3. 34. That means that she has how many tickets left over? 34. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? When you go through these problems, you've got to take your time. You cannot rush through these problems. They will confuse you. You've got to be able to read through them. Okay. It's time, it's vacation time. Travis is going on a trip with his family. He packed 16 t-shirts, 9 pairs of shorts. How many items are in Travis' suitcase? All right. Let's take a look here. Wait. So he has how many shirts? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So he has 9 pairs of shorts. So let's see here. Oh, they gave us some shorts. Okay. Let's see. All right, so let's fill in this. Let's fill in the 10 frame. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. And he has how many shirts? Can somebody tell me how many shirts he has? 16. So they didn't give us, I'm sorry, they didn't give us any shirts. So let me see. Copy. Let me move this out of the way. Let's go. We got, let's make a whole bunch of these. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, we're not trying to go that way. Okay, let's keep going. We need to fill up this whole 10 frame. And the other one. So, okay. So, okay. So we know that this is 10. This is 10 is filled. How many more shirts do we need? 1. Okay. If you thought 1, you are correct. All right. So what do we need to do with this problem here? How should this problem look? Some of you might ask, how would this problem look? Okay, this problem will look something like this. 16 plus 8 equals what? You can do this a simple way. You can use a 10 frame. If you need to use a 10 frame, use a 10 frame to do it. This is another way to answer the problems. So we know that it's 16 over here. We can just go ahead and do what? Count on. So, oh, I still had too many shorts. Okay, let's throw the short over here to the side. We got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So our answer is 24. He had 24 items in his suitcase. Okay. He didn't quite get that one. Pause it, rewind it, play it back again. So let's take a look here. This is our last problem for this lesson. Laura has a collection of feathers. She had 29 feathers and 49 purple feathers. How many purple feathers does she have than red? What more problem is this? I want you to take a moment and work this problem out. When you finish, let's play again. All right, my friends, we are starting with the purple, which is 49. Now, when we're using a hundreds chart, one method of using a hundreds chart is that it is a very simple method if you know how to use it. So we started at 49, and we know that this is a what problem? Subtraction problem, because they asked us than. Anytime there's a than in a word problem, look out. You are comparing two things. You are doing what? You are doing what? Subtracting. So let's look at 49, which is our purple feathers, and then let's look at our red. Our red is right here. Okay. The best method that we have seen so far is for us to, you're either going, if you're adding, you're going to jump, you're going to go ahead and jump up, or should I say further down the hundreds chart, or if you're subtracting, you are jumping what? You are jumping up. So let's take a look here. You got 49, 49 minus 29. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so we started at 49, which is the purple. We need to get here. So how many tens do we have in 29? We have what? 2. So we need to take 2 away. So we need to move this on up. And then we need to take 9 away. So that brings us to 1. Okay, that brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many more feathers does purple have than red? 20. Okay. So since this is our last problem, I am going to go through this with you once again. You're going to go 49 minus 29 equals 29 equals 20. Okay. So if you did not understand what I just did on this hundreds chart, and you want to use the hundreds chart method, then please pause and rewind and play again. But if you've got it, then there's no need for you to do that. Okay? I think that you are very awesome at completing math. And I want you to know that just because I'm not there with you going through it doesn't mean that you do not have my what? My help. Okay, so if you don't understand this, you can always go back and replay it until you get it. Okay, you do have a lesson to do for today, which is Tuesday. Okay, I have put it in Canvas for you. You don't have to worry about a worksheet. I have put the problems, the five problems in here for you to do. Take your time. If you do not do well on it, you can take it a second time. I'm giving you 2 attempts on this, okay? If you do not do good the first time, you need to take a pause. You need to do what? You need to first go through your Canvas slides again. If you are still unclear about anything, come back to this video and I am here to help you get through it. But that's all I have for you today, my friends. I will see you all in the next class. See ya.